Hello, everybody. It's Friday, and that means it's time for another topic of the week. Last week's topic, James was nice enough to fill in. I will link to his video below, as always. And he had a fun video that he put together as a nice stand in topic, and I certainly appreciate that while I did the monthly Budget of Sigmar review. Great completion of a lot of that. As you saw last week, I'm really impressed with how everyone's coming along. I know I've been loving the project, and I see that there's other projects like that. The Tale of Sigmar that we mentioned on the show this week was a similar sort of thing that has popped up. I think there's a lot of interest in that sort of, in getting into that kind of an activity. So that's awesome, and I love to see it. So, without any further preamble, let's turn to this week's topic, which actually came from Kyle, friend of the channel, the Peacemaker, and he sent in a topic of the week that I thought was rather interesting about your old miniatures. Okay? So, if you've been in the hobby for any amount of time, chances are you've got a collection of some old minis. Things that have been around, maybe they're lying in a corner somewhere, they're off in a box. Maybe you painted them at one time when you were a younger lad, or maybe you inherited them secondhand, hence you got somebody else's old painted mini. But what I really want to focus on here is the ones you yourself did. Okay? And so I've got a little visual aid here. I want to show you this wonderful little piece of crap. So this is my big communist steam tank. It's the heavy metal one. This thing weighs, you could kill a person with this. And this is from back in like 1990, I'm going to say 8 when I got this. And it's a real piece of garbage paint job, as you can see. And the banner here, I don't know if you can tell where that's chewed. That's not battle damage. That's this thing sat in a garage for a while, and I think a mouse chewed on the paper. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So that's this very garbage miniature. So here's the question: do you repaint your old minis? Do you have any interest in repainting your old minis? Do you get the urge to go back to revisit your paint jobs, to touch up your paint jobs, to, as you learn new techniques, to do new things with them? Do you want to take some awful piece of garbage like that? Do you want to dip it in simple green and repaint it? Or are your old minis simply a testament to sort of your progression in the hobby, right? I know for me, that's exactly the attitude I take. Like, this is an awful mini, and it's got a layer of dust on it like you wouldn't believe. I'm sure you can't see that, but it's pretty bad. And even though this thing is terrible, and, it's a steam tank, which is a nice model, I'm probably never going to strip it and repaint it. It's a nice little relic. It's almost like a photograph, right? In the same way that your photo albums, you don't go and try to take new pictures because you're not the same person you were. To me, they kind of do represent this nice little snapshot of who you were in the hobby at that time. But I want to know, what's your feeling on going back to old work? Do you like to strip and repaint your minis? Do you like to go back and maybe just touch them up if they're not so god-awful like that? Okay? And what's your feeling on that? Do you do you have one army that you've had for a really long time that you kind of continue to work on and evolve, that is really like your first love amongst love of armies? So there you go. Nice, fun topic this week about the hobby. Great thanks to Kyle for suggesting it. Put your responses down below, as always, in the comments, or if you're feeling saucy, make your own video response, and I'll link that down below as well. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you next time.